New witnesses taking the stand in the Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. A former member of Diddy's girl group already testifying that Combs threatened death after she witnessed him abusing ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. Prosecutors building their case against the music mogul after emotional testimony from Ventura about drug-fueled sex parties dubbed freak-offs. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all federal charges, and Caitlyn Becker is live for us outside the courthouse in Manhattan. So, Caitlyn, what is happening inside right now?
Well, Diddy's attorney, his lead defense attorney, Mark Agnifilo, is cross-examining Kerry Morgan. She's the former best friend of Cassie Ventura, who spent a lot of time with the couple when they were together between 2008 and 2018, when she stopped speaking with Cassie. Now, they just got into questions about an alleged 2018 attack, where she says Diddy grabbed her by the throat from behind and, in her words, boomeranged a wooden hanger at her head. After the incident, she said she considered filing a lawsuit, but sat down having a conversation with Cassie, and it was her understanding, she testified, that she was going to be paid $30,000, which she accepted, in order to not go to the police, not file a lawsuit, and sign an NDA to not speak about it. Now, Agnifilo wanted to try to establish that the money came from Cassie, but on direct and on cross-examination, in answer to that question, Kerry said it was her understanding that that money was going through Cassie, but being paid to her by Diddy. Now, elsewhere in her testimony, she spoke to the jury about violence that she witnessed at the hands of Diddy, and going toward Cassie specifically, certain events stuck out in her mind, like an incident in Jamaica where the girls said that they were scared and ended up hiding in a ditch for some time. She was also at Cassie's apartment after the 2016 Intercontinental hallway attack. She said that that police were called. She wasn't exactly sure who called them. She didn't remember that. Cassie testified that it was Morgan who did call police, but that Ventura was completely uncooperative with them, wouldn't answer their questions. But she did say, Morgan did say during her testimony on direct and on cross, that the police who came to the scene were aware of Ventura's black eyes at the time because they had asked what happened, despite the fact that she would not answer. Nichole?
All right, so singer Dawn Richard, member of Danity Kane, wrapping up her testimony, but backing up Cassie's story. What more did she tell the jury?
That does seem to be the purpose of calling her to the stand, backing up Cassie's story of witnessing all of these violent incidences during their relationship. However, on cross-examination, it seemed like she really struggled to land with the jury because the defense attorneys pointed out several inconsistencies in her recollections. It seemingly kind of flustered her, going back and forth, questioning why she didn't mention things in previous interviews, why on the stand. And it did seem that Diddy was really engaged in this testimony, really paying attention and leaning forward in those moments. It seemed more like a win for the defense there on cross-examination than it was for the prosecution, who originally called her. But what's really interesting, Nichole, is what she didn't testify about. Dawn Richard has a current lawsuit against Diddy still working its way through the court system. And in that lawsuit, she testifies to things like a hostile work environment, accusing him of hampering her career from Danity Kane and making the band. She did talk about that on the stand, but she also accuses him in this lawsuit of sexual battery, of assault, of force and coercion to perform commercial sex acts. And none of those were asked about in either cross-examination or direct examination. So I found that really interesting, Nichole.
Yeah, so that trial continues. Okay, Caitlyn Becker live for us there in Manhattan. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.